Czy masz odwagę powiedzieć żonom i stałem tam, gdzie stało domo?
Welcome guys, and I'm after my trip to Japan, and I need to tell you exactly the summary of that, what I've seen, where I've been, and what happened. And it was really crazy because I've decided 3 weeks before that trip that I will go on a trip to Japan, and I was just looking for plane tickets, for the price, and 3 weeks before I've seen this is a very good ticket. So there was a ticket for a Lufthansa flight for 850 euros, and this was the ticket with interconnection. So it was 1 hour flight in Airbus A320 from Berlin to Frankfurt am Main International Airport, and then with a Boeing 747 from 1974 from Frankfurt to Tokyo Haneda, and the return flight was from Tokyo Haneda in a Airbus A350-900, also Lufthansa, to a München. In the München I had to go to the next flight in a Airbus A320 from München to Berlin. And the price 850 was really price. Because usually price for the Lufthansa flights to Japan, to Tokyo, are about 1,400 euros. So it's the really expensive flights to Japan. Now it was available for 850, probably because they were the last places in that aircraft in the flight. So they decided to sell it a little cheaper, just to sell it, to have some passenger, not an empty space in there. So I paid for 850 for that, and I've looked for a hotel, and I paid 600 euros for 6 days in a APA Condome hotel in central Tokyo. So when I was looking for a hotel, I looked for a place because I wanted something in downtown Tokyo and something which is very close to a subway station. Next thing is that I was looking for something with a single room, because I need to charge the camera, I need to charge phone, some other stuff, and I don't want it to be stolen. So I decided to take a single room. Unfortunately, in Japan, the problem is that you can choose between a hostel when you have dormitories, so you rent a bed in a multi-bedroom, or you can take a hotel when you have a single room, but there in a hotel there is no common space where you can stay with other people. So that's a problem. It's usually in most countries the option to take a single room in a hostel, so you have the whole hostel stuff which is not available in a hotel, like a common area, place to drink, place to eat, kitchen, everything is available, but you have your single room, so you don't stay in the dormitory. That's available in most countries. Unfortunately, in Japan it's not available, so I had to make a choice, and I decided to take a hotel with a single room, but just the cheapest hotel which is possible, to save some money. Yeah, and I've also bought a SIM card for the whole stay for 8 days. SIM card, I paid 30 euros for a SIM card. I've spent about 100 euros on a Suita card, which is a card which you need to top up and you use it to pay for a public transport, about 100 euros. And so it was a great idea to go to Japan, because I've never been in Japan before, and I've just wanted to see see that culture, to see how it looks. I've never been in Tokyo before, so for me it was a great thing to see that place. It was very important for me that it was available in a reasonable price. The total price, flight, flight, hotel, taxi from Haneda airport to hotel and from hotel to Haneda airport. Everything together, the whole 1 week Tokyo trip, it was 2,200 euros. I thought it would be about 3,000 euros, and I've paid only 2,200, so I've saved 800 euros. Which is great, because I will use that 800 euros on the next trip, not on a Malta trip, but on a New York trip. In New York I will use it. The thing is that it was a great idea to travel to Tokyo to see that place. Very important for me. Absolutely crazy city and a great cultural experience. I don't think I will go again to Tokyo, because for me the biggest problem was that it was hard for me to communicate with the people. I had to use Google Translate and nobody speaks English there. So for me, I prefer a space where I can communicate in English and I don't need any other language. So this was the hardest part for me. But it was a great idea to go there, and it was worth that money. It was worth to pay it, to visit that place. Great experience, cultural behavior, and I think we'll see in the next video. Bye!
Ty co kobiety chciałbyś zniewolić, pozbawić chciałbyś niewolnej woli. Rządzie biskupie, do was to mówię, wstydzi się was dziś kraj. Nie płaczcie siostry, ducha nie traćcie, uwierzcie w naszą wygraną w walce. Uwierzcie w to, że już niedługo piękniejszy będzie kraj.